video to me. Has three parts in the intention: knowing where the road goes, knowing what the road is, where the road goes, and deciding to actually put the car in gear and go there. So where the road goes is focused, attentive presence. The road itself is the practice of bringing your attention to the experiences of breathing in, breathing out, and in between breaths body. And then we decide to actually do the practice. So take a moment to set your intention that you're actually going to do this. As you set the intention, you could begin to establish your posture. So take a good upright, awake posture. Feel it from inside. You can do the quick sort of like let it go, feel what changes as your body takes a different posture, whatever that is. And then you could reestablish the meditation posture. Nice, upright, awake, embodying the ready state. Body and mind are intimately connected. If you take the ready state posture with your body, your mind wants to follow into calm abiding. So having said that, let's begin. So the road we're going to go down is the road with the three-pointed object. The object is what we're paying attention to, and we are paying attention to or being attentive to the experiences of breathing in, the experiences of breathing out, and in between breath, the experience of body. So that's the road. You bring your attention to that breathing in, breathing out, in between breaths body. And in stage one, which is just the very beginning of this for today, you notice when your attention is wavered and you gently, but with commitment, steer back to breathing in, breathing out body. You use the steering wheel of attention to return your attention to the road. So stage one is about noticing. Every time you notice distraction and steer back, you're noticing the difference between distraction and attention. And you're reinforcing your ability to stay with the object. So stage one is about noticing, and it's your practice time. You can stay there if you wish, or if you wanted to move to stage two, then noticing develops into connecting with the object, connecting with breathing in, the experience of breathing out, and the experience of body. So we're using the gas pedal, which means we're giving more energy to our attention. Eyes are still on the road, hands on the wheel, foot on the gas. The energy that we give to our attention is that we're noticing all the rich and layered, uh, like the layered, rich experience of breathing in, all the different layers of it. And then as you breathe out, all the rich and layered experience of that. It's not just one thing. There's so much going on, so much to notice. And then in body, just resting your attention in whatever calls out from the rich and layered experience of being in your body. So eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, still steering back when you notice you're distracted, foot on the gas, more energy to what you're paying attention to. Still holding the ready state with your posture, still in the intention to do the practice, to drive down this road. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, foot on the gas. Giving more energy to your attention. You're being attentive to the experiences of breathing in, the experiences of breathing out, and the experiences of body. The way the experiences, the doorways that we're going through, the way it's being talked about is mostly physical. But as you bring your attention to the experiences of, let's say, breathing in or any of the others, thoughts will arise, emotions, memories. We just notice and keep coming back to the experience of breathing in. So there's a layered richness to everything that's going on. Not only is your body expanding as you breathe in and you're feeling the temperature of the air, but you're still present there. There's still attention, still noticing. If you have a thought or a memory and it doesn't take you away from the experience, it's like a bird flying through the sky and then it's gone, fine. If it takes you away, then you use the steering wheel of attention to bring you back. Hopefully with a smile. Haven't thought about that in a while. Steer back to the road. So it's very accepting and friendly to yourself. You might say gentle. And yet also, you're staying on the road. So it's gentle and determined at the same time. Checking in with posture, still in the ready state, embodying ready, upright, awake, attentive. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, foot on the gas. Allow the sound of the bell to call your attention back from the space of calm abiding to how you normally hold your awareness. Look around, trigger the reorienting reflex. You can smile or not. This is a great time if somebody has a thought you'd like to share or an experience you'd like to talk about, a question to discuss. Robert.
I don't remember this ever happening before, but I'm sure it did. I had this cringeworthy memory,
Mm,
but it's so cringeworthy that I just kind of crumpled up and it just sucked me right out of the meditation.
mm, mm,
Uh, and interestingly, I was able to come back quickly. And
mm-hmm.
then I couldn't remember why it was cringeworthy. I couldn't even remember what it was.
That's wonderful. I've had experiences like that. Um, I had a moment in my long retreat where I had this memory of being like furiously angry. Like I was murderously angry. And then I noticed and I came back and I couldn't remember who or what I was angry about. The thing had just popped like a soap bubble. It was like completely vivid and then gone. And that's a wonderful thing about calm abiding because you might begin to realize that the cringeworthy or the anger or the passion or the joy or the sadness or whatever it was had captured you. And it was like the memory was leading you rather than you holding the memory. And so when you notice and you come back, it's like, oh, I'm present. And yes, I remember having the experience, even if I don't remember what made it so cringeworthy or who it was that made me angry. Right? That's not as important as the coming back. And you come back to this quality of like, oh, I'm here, I'm present, right? Yeah, and it's right now. It's not the memory. So, Robert, do you want to say anything back? That was a little bit of a ramble on my side, but
No, it was very helpful. In contrast, I don't. I had a little nightmare last night
mm,
where I was kind of trapped. I was trapped in an airplane and I
mm,
couldn't, I was in the middle seat and I couldn't get out. And I had this kind
mm,
of
mm,
claustrophobic panic attack. But that was very different in that
mm,
that one stayed and it actually woke me up. And I was panicked when I woke up and it was hard to let it go. So maybe you can just talk about the difference, like why calm abiding allows that to allow the cringeworthy thought to dissipate and the nightmare to hang on.
well, this goes into the nobody really knows column, but I'm going to act like I did and say something very definitive. All right. So, this is right out of Tibetan Buddhism. When you are asleep and your consciousness collapses from the wakeful state to sleeping state and then into the dream state, the power of your intellect increases because it is less encumbered by the physical. So you're in your dream body. And so your dream body last night was in the airplane. It's completely made up. It's all happening in your head. We're not talking about something real. We're talking about the quality of the experience. And so the teachings traditionally say that you are 9 times more intelligent. That's the good news. But if you flip the coin over, you could be 9 times more ignorant, 9 times more confused. So it's not, coins are not just heads, it's heads and tails, right? And so you're doing the calm abiding practice. You know you're Robert, you have a sense of where you are, you're purposely driving down the road, your intelligence is activated. We haven't talked about it very much, it's just a natural thing that happens. You're noticing and steering back. You know that you're not that memory, right? Just like you're driving down the road and you drive past a beautiful building. And you're not the building. You just keep driving. Like you see it, you recognize it, you just keep going. So your intelligence is very active and flexible. If you're in the dream state, the power of that memory or thing that had to capture you is increased. And unless you're conscious in the dream state, and that's where they have practices of being conscious, that's where dream yoga comes in. And the dream yoga practice, I mean, there's a lot to say about it, and I do teach it. And if you're interested, this is part of what I'm going to start doing in January of 2027, like doing the advanced practices. I'm not trying to do a commercial, but it's beyond the scope of what we're doing right here. If you are doing the dream yoga, the point is not to have better dreams. That's like in calm abiding, you collect calm as you go along the way. In dream yoga, yeah, your dreams would be better because you're more in control. But the point is to develop a mind very much like the mind that we have in shamatha and calm abiding practice while you're dreaming. That's the point, to recognize awake, focused, alert, attentive, the ready state in your dream. And then you can do anything. You could have gone up and said, I want to fly this plane. I'm tired. So that's the difference between them. In the one, you're conscious, and in the other, you're unconscious. That's the short version. And so I hope that was useful.
Very useful. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else? Well, friends, it's Friday. I have a thought other than enjoy the weekend. Woo! Whatever that is for you, enjoy your weekend. I do love practicing with you, and it's wonderful to get up, and it makes my morning sort of a smile. So I hope it does yours too. My thought for your weekend practice, I will be sending the video. I have yesterday's video. I just didn't get to send it out yesterday. So you'll get two today, yesterday and today. But here's a practice thought, and it's up to you. This is a suggestion. It's not a requirement. If you have a car or access to a car, why don't you go out for a drive? Don't turn on any audio. Try to go by yourself unless your partner can just sit beside you, right? Without wanting to interact, right? Just go for a drive and pay attention to the road. It's not in breath, out breath body. It'll be staying on the road, turning right, turning left, enjoying the road, and try that for 20 minutes. We've been practicing for 20 minutes. See how that feels. That might be an interesting way to extend your practice. Right? So that's the one suggestion. We will be practicing together on Monday morning. I will send out the link. Anybody have anything else you need or want to say?
Just a quick one, Brian.
Oh, yeah.
The 20 minutes, because I was going to check, actually I forgot, but I was going to check my time to see if we were doing 20 minutes because it seemed like about 5 minutes.
We did 20.
To me, but why does it, what that time thing is with?
It's because you're in Florida.
Oh,
I have no idea.
I don't know. I must be enjoying it. Whenever I'm enjoying
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
time go. It's not fair. Time goes fast when you're enjoying it and slow when you're in negative territory. Okay.
Well, you just hit on the answer. When you really get into the practice, it creates something that there's lots of names for this. We could call it the flow state or the absorption state. And if you're in that state, time does seem to, go fast or stop. It alters the perception of time because you're just in the moment, right? Right. So that's a good sign.
Oh, good.
Carry on.
Thank you.
So I'm going to ask two things. If Tony and Oscar would stay on for just a minute, and it's not a private conversation, but as we say goodbye, I wanted to have a brief chat with the two of you about stuff. So for the rest of you, have a wonderful remainder of your day.
Thank you.
Oscar,
have a good weekend, everyone. See you next week.
Thank you.
Good to see everybody. Bye-bye.
Oscar, I wanted to ask you if you have a link or if there's anything about that POA program, if you would share it with me.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll send it.
I'd be happy to share it with other people, especially people in the Pacific time zone, because they might
Yep.
be able to go.
I think he's, yeah, I'll send it.
Okay, perfect,
For sure.
perfect. Right.
I'll send it right now to
All
your
right.
email.
Merci. Merci, French.
Mhm.
Gracias. What language are we talking? Thank you. Tony, I wanted to say to you, we have coffee scheduled next week. I had the funny old man moment this week. I showed up on Wednesday for a dental appointment, and they went, "Oh, we didn't think you were going to be here. It's next week." And I think it's on Thursday. Oh, we have our coffee on Wednesday. I was going to see if we needed to change our time, but no, it's Thursday. Never see. I'm having another funny old man moment.
I've done that before too, gone to.
Oh my God, I'm doing it more and more.
It's next week, not this week. But anyway, so it's 2 o'clock on Wednesday though, right?
I think that's what I just saw. It's funny. I walked into my dentist office. They're a great crew. Yeah, I have us at 2:30.
2:30, okay.
Yeah, I have a great crew, and I think one time something happened, and I was disappointed, and I sort of follow the. I don't know how to. What character this would be? It's better to be. For me, it's better in life to go through life being a little bit dangerous, a little bit angry, not always Mr. Nice Guy, especially when, you're dealing with people who you want to help you, like the secretaries at the dentist office. If I'm always nice, then they sort of take it all for granted. And so every time I go in, I'm nice and I'm smiling and I'm happy. But there's one time it was sort of disappointing. And there was a miscommunication. And I got upset because it was a serious disappointment. I didn't get like meltdown upset. I just let them know I was upset. Like, that's really disappointing. I expected something different, that level. Right. And they're all like, ooh, because honestly, between you and me, I think a lot of younger people are sort of snowflake-like.
Oh yeah.
They melt at the slightest sign. So they all melted, right? So this time I walked in and they were like, "We didn't expect you." And that's all right, ladies. It was a beautiful drive, and I get to see your smiling faces. And they went from snowflake to like mid-May, like that. It was sweet.
Excellent.
I would like to do 9 of those to every meltdown.
Have you? The one that I've started doing, I did it a few times now. Since I've been doing your meditation is freedom, I haven't done it so much. Been driving along and miss an exit. Yeah. Oh shit! I was supposed to turn off there. So
that's never happened to me. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, you have a good week. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow if we make that Saturday morning.
I might try that. If it fits in, I'm going to try that.
Absolutely.
All right,
then we'll see you Monday for sure.
All right. Have a good one.
Thank you. Bye.